Hi, welcome to this week's Black Rocket eSports stream. My name is Robbie, and this week we're at Bergen Community College. Our two competitors today are Tommy and Henry. Before we get into the action, I'd like to remind our viewers at home that our weekend tournament is going to begin at midnight tonight. This week we're going to be giving away huge experience bonuses to the top 3 players. Remember to vote on today's game by logging in through blackrocket.com/esports. Selecting the vote button and entering the room code provided in the stream below. There should be an animation playing behind me describing how this process works. We'll be right back once both players are ready. A 5th and final gem will appear in that top right hand corner of your screen. Right now it's just visible by some white lines shooting out, signifying that something might appear there depending on the player's performance. Take a look first at Tommy, see what he's building. A lot of those disappearing blocks cutting off that top region of the map. Going to be interesting, especially if either player is able to get all 4 gems. It's going to be pretty hard to find that 5th and final gem. He is making some sort of a pathway right now that will allow players access to the top of the map. Go ahead and check in with Henry. Over here, he's making use of those red aliens. I see some double shooting cannons. Very interesting. Haven't seen much of those yet. I see a lot of aliens. That's going to be very difficult to jump. It interrupts your wall jumps. It gets really in the way, especially later in the map as you're getting tired. You know, time's ticking down, and you just have to worry about these enemies that are moving back and forth constantly. There's nothing you can really do besides use one of your 3 hammers if you're Tommy and get rid of one of them. That's an excellent strategy if a player makes an extremely difficult map or guards a gem that seems impossible to retrieve. Use one of your hammers. The object will go away for you, but not the opponent, not the person who actually placed the object. So you'll have a significant advantage moving through some difficult corridors. I like the use of the spikes up by the green section on that top left from Henry. I think that's a good move. If any player thinks there's a gem up there, thinks that'd be a quick pathway to get to one, they're going to be cut off immediately, forced to reroute almost entirely back to that spawn. And just 49 seconds to go here. I'm going to take a look back over at Tommy. It almost looks like he's used all of the available blocks that he's been given. If you look at that, it's almost like that red bar at the top. If that fills up, he's not going to be allowed to place any more gems. He's made this extremely difficult to navigate by placing all of those disappearing blocks because there's only one path to get to most of the gems on this map. I will say that that bottom right gem, that gem in the blue corner, that's very exposed right now from Tommy's corner. If Henry figures that out, he'll be able to grab a quick gem early on. Same to say about the gem in that bottom left-hand corner of the map in that yellow and blue region. Just 5 seconds to go here until we get to the playing portion of this game. Let's see whose map is going to be chosen first. I guess we'll know pretty quickly. Tommy will have all those disappearing blocks. We're going to take a look at Tommy first. This is his map. We're just going to see what route he chooses first. Tommy will be in the red. Henry will be in the yellow. Tommy just navigating those disappearing blocks. He's almost made a speed run for himself, but Henry misses that gem. He almost falls down, but Tommy's able to go recapture it and leads things off with about 800 points. Henry responds very quickly, finding a gem of his own. I'm going to see if Tommy's going to have to build back up this wall. He's having difficulty getting up. We'll see what Henry's up to. Far out. First environmental effect chosen. Just a minute to go now. Henry is just hopping up, trying to get in that yellow region and capture that gem. He is, so each player fielding half of the gems thus far with just 45 seconds to go. Henry doing an excellent job navigating those disappearing blocks. This is the first time he's seen this map, and he seems to be doing well for himself. Let's see if Tommy's able to find his 3rd or 4th gem. Both of those on the right-hand side of the map. Seems to be caught up in his own disappearing blocks, and rotate is not going to help anything. Rotate extremely difficult to play with. You have to use the same keys no matter where the screen is facing, so you don't adjust as the screen moves. I'm not sure if Tommy can't find this gem or doesn't think he's going to be able to get it. He missed it for the 2nd time in a row. Hopefully he's going to be able to notice that and go back. In the meantime, Henry's actually be able to get his 3rd gem and will take the lead. So what a comeback from Henry on Tommy's map. Just 1 second to go here, and he's in the lead. Very Very close game. If you notice in the beginning, Tommy got out to a great start, but Henry was able to recoup things and even give himself up by 200 points. Let's see now, if we check out Henry's map, look at all those moving aliens. That's going to be really difficult to navigate. Both players get stuck on the same alien. I'd like to see right now Tommy use one of his hammers, kind of get through, cut through some of those aliens. He has 3 available. Both players just falling down, going for that low route. Both players missed that gem. See, now it's the race right now just to see who can gather that gem first, get the most points, and it is going to be Tommy. And looks like slow-mo. This is a very difficult one to use as well. Players don't like this as much because they get stuck. If you look right now, all the objects are still moving at that same pace as the players. It's hard to time things. It throws off all your movements. Just 46 seconds to go now. Spikes. You see Henry. He's eyeing that gem that he's created for himself, but is able to grab it before he succumbs to those spikes. And now just rests on those aliens. He's having a very hard time finding the other gems. Right now, he's still in the lead. Tommy definitely has his work to go. We're going to focus on him for the last 30 seconds here as Lights Out really captures players. He's almost able to get that bottom gem. Unfortunately, the spikes are well placed. I'd like to see, once again, him make use of those hammers, cut through some of these difficult-to-move objects, and hopefully capture a second or third gem. Time is counting down. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it here. If he can get that gem in that yellow region at the top, just past these green spikes, it's going to be very difficult to do, as those spikes do have a hitbox over on that horizontal edge. And Tommy will be defeated. Henry, our winner of this match. As always, a big thank you to everyone at Bergen Community College for putting this together. And remember that our weekend tournament is going to start at midnight. Have a good weekend, everyone. See you next week at 2. Oh, at 3, I apologize. We actually have another live stream in just an hour. If you'd like to tune in, we're going to have another matchup just like this. Have a good weekend.